Good morning everyone and welcome to another RF Crypto video. Today's video will be a bit different. It won't be your typical news update video. It will be more of a educational one where we speak about crypto and we speak about blockchain in their own vein. Crypto does not equal blockchain. I know that we're now in a bear market. I know that markets aren't doing so well. Obviously, we have seen some recovery. Today, the crypto markets have gone up by about 15%, which is a good sign. But comparing to about 2 months ago, it's not good. The markets are down. They shed almost 30 to 40%, and everyone is panicking. There's a lot of fear in the markets at the moment. And when cryptocurrencies go down and when fear takes over the markets, it comes to a point where people don't believe in crypto anymore, and by extent, they don't believe in blockchain anymore, which shouldn't be the case, because I know that it is a very painful time, and I know that a lot of people have lost money because of this bear market. However, crypto does not equal blockchain. We need to be hopeful for the future of this amazing technology because it offers so many solutions for today's world's problems that it's unimaginable how the world will look like once everything is implemented. We need to separate the speculative aspect of crypto from the highly important use of blockchain technology in so many sectors of the world, not only in the government, also in banking, cybersecurity, supply chain management, and healthcare. Blockchain has applications that are separate from crypto in all of these industries. And not only do we have to trust blockchain, but we have to trust crypto as well. I know that Luna is basically dead. It has been delisted, and it's one of the examples where cryptocurrencies have failed. It's one of the examples where cryptocurrency users have lost money because of the failure of the project itself. But this shouldn't dissuade us from investing in crypto. This shouldn't dissuade us in believing in blockchain, because once regulations are in place and once we have a set framework for how cryptos work and how the blockchain industry operates, then we're in for a revolution of a generation. So cryptocurrencies are run by blockchain technology, and this is one of the usabilities of blockchain besides others. We shouldn't just limit blockchain to crypto. We should remove this notion that blockchain equals crypto, because this is not the case. I mean, just think about it. Think about the technology itself. It is immutable. It's a public digital ledger that is immutable, available for everyone to see. And once a transaction is recorded, it cannot be changed anymore. It cannot be manipulated. And this is the big advantage, because with your normal books and with your normal accounting softwares, you can basically manipulate them. With blockchain, it's very difficult to do so. Blockchain is also very secure because it is encrypted end to end. And the fact that transactions are done instantly and transparently and the ledgers are automatically updated through the blockchain is incredible. I mean, you don't need to manually update each and every ledger, which is prone to errors. You just have this system that if you send a block of transactions to it, it will update it automatically as long as there are nodes to verify them. It's also a decentralized solution in a very centralized world. Think about it. If you want to send money abroad, you pay your banking fee, you pay your SWIFT fee, and you pay other litany of fees that add to the cost of you doing business or you sending money to your loved ones. Now, if you use blockchain, and if you have a currency based on blockchain that is well regulated, there is no intermediary fee. You can just send from one wallet to another. Just think about it. I was looking at this application called Casta, for example. It allows you to send money from one wallet to another with zero fees, just using your phone number. I can be in Austria and you can be in Australia, and we can send money to each other. We can send Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT without any fees incurring. And this is where blockchain technology is so useful. With the wide adoption of cryptocurrency and with the implementation of blockchain in various industries, especially in the payments industries and in the financial world, we see the shift from adoption to usability and ease of use. And now this is where we're heading, because people do not want to rely on central authorities to make decisions, and people have seen that decentralization offers so many more advantages to the people than the current centralized systems. And the fact that you don't need any intermediary, you don't need any central authority to verify the authenticity of a transaction is an added bonus. It's just verified and confirmed by the participants in the network. So if someone tries to tamper with the network, the others will see it and they'll point it out, and they'll just reject that transaction, and you won't be able to do any manipulation of that sort. Also, think about how blockchain technology can be used in business. It can be used in public procurement. For example, a blockchain-based process can facilitate third-party oversight of transactions, and obviously it can provide greater objectivity and uniformity through automated contracts. Because if there's public procurement and if you have a smart contract that automatically executes when predetermined conditions are met, then corruption is less likely because the officials are less likely to skim off that contract since everything is automated. Also, land title registries. Just imagine how buying and selling of houses can be revolutionized by the use of blockchain. At the moment, you go through so many lawyers and you go through a lot of bureaucracy just to sell your house or to buy a house. However, if you have a land registry where all the titles are in the blockchain, it will be fast, it will be secure, it will be decentralized, it will be publicly verifiable, and it will be an immutable record system where people's land rights are secured in a way that we've never seen before. Also, voting. We know that voting all over the world is susceptible to tampering, and governments are now considering blockchain-based voting technology due to the concerns of election security, voter registry integration, and voter turnout. Its information security qualities can address this election tampering and increase poll accessibility, because if you vote using the blockchain, you only get one vote, and each citizen is assigned a code in the blockchain that cannot be changed and it cannot be tampered or manipulated. Also, think about disbursements. We have a lot of social security in place where billions or trillions of dollars all over the world are dispersed to people in need. And unfortunately, because of corruption and because of government officials' greed, a lot of this money is basically skimmed off, and these government officials just place them in their pockets without regard of the need of the people. This opaque donation process is therefore ripe with inefficiency and corruption. And with blockchain, it could reduce the number of actors and managers, it could streamline the process, and improve the verification of these payments. Not only is blockchain and crypto by extent useful for the government, but it is also useful in the private sector. Think about banking. Right now, banking has transfer fees. It can be expensive and time-consuming for people. Also, sending money overseas becomes very difficult because of the exchange rate, hidden costs, and the 2 to 3 days it takes for the SWIFT system to process your payment. However, if you implement blockchain in the banking industry, it eliminates the need for a middleman. It provides instant and borderless payments across the globe. If I want to send Bitcoin or USDT to my cousin, let's say in Brazil, I can just go on my phone and transfer 10 Bitcoin or 10 USDT from my wallet to his, and it'll be instant. The fees will be minimal. If I had to do that with a bank, it would take days. And also, just by me saying that, you realize that cryptocurrencies using the blockchain technology remove the requirement for third parties to perform these transactions. And all of these transactions are recorded in a public ledger, which is globally accessible by everyone, making sure that the transactions are accurate and the transactions are not dubious. It can also be used in cybersecurity. Without blockchain, cyber attacks are a significant threat to the public. Several organizations are developing an effective solution to secure the data against unauthorized access and tampering, which is proving difficult given the number of hacks that we've seen through the years. But with the implementation of blockchain, this quickly identifies malicious attacks due to peer-to-peer connections where data cannot be tampered with. Also, every single piece of data is stored on the blockchain network, which is verified and encrypted using a cryptographic algorithm, making it less susceptible to hacking. And also, by eliminating a centralized system, blockchain provides a transparent and secure way of recording transactions without disclosing your private information to anyone. So you can make transactions in the blockchain without people actually knowing it's you, making you less likely a target of hacking. Blockchain can also be used in supply chain management. Before blockchain is implemented, and at the moment, there is lack of transparency, and supply chain management often has challenges like service redundancy, lack of coordination between various departments, and lack of reliability, which causes millions or even billions of dollars of losses during the transition in the supply chain of goods and services. However, with the blockchain, tracking of the product can be made easier, and it facilitates traceability across the entire supply chain because it The blockchain records every single information or data point of the transaction, such as the history, the timestamps, and the date of a product, and this is recorded in a decentralized distributed ledger, and each transaction is recorded into a block which becomes immutable, and it becomes visible for everyone in the supply chain to see, therefore increasing the efficiency and coordination of the actors in the supply chain. I've of course spoken about cryptocurrencies. I've of course spoken about in my previous videos about how the markets are tanking, how the markets are now not in a good position. They're in a bear market. We have seen a lot of volatility. Cryptocurrencies continue to be a very, very risky asset. However, it doesn't need to be this way forever, because what we need for cryptocurrencies to be a legitimate and globally accepted form of assets or even currency, it's just regulation. There are a lot of reasons why regulations are important. Despite the fact that crypto people usually fight regulation, they must realize regulation is very important for the sustainability and the longevity of cryptocurrencies. Blockchain will survive because it will be implemented in so many industries and the government, like I said before. But with cryptocurrency, it's different. We need regulation because it is susceptible to market manipulation and it is a risky asset. One of the reasons that cryptos need to be regulated is that to prevent market manipulation and to protect investors. Market manipulation and price volatility is very common in crypto. For example, Bitcoin, which is the world's oldest and obviously most popular crypto, rose to all-time highs in 2021, and now it plummeted, losing a huge amount of its value, almost half of it. So the lack of authorized information on these digital assets and the tech complexities associated with them makes it imperative to put regulations in place for safeguarding investors and to prevent this kind of market manipulation and volatility that harms investors in the long run. Also, we need to filter out all the cryptocurrencies, because today anyone can just release any cryptocurrency, and a lot of those are scams. People invest in them blindly, and through no fault of their own, they lose all their money. So in order to prevent this and to protect consumers, a regulatory authority clearing cryptocurrency is required, which can disclose all information about the performance of digital assets, their risks and potential, just like how it's done when a stock needs listing. We also need regulation to understand the risks associated with this technology. This technology is advancing very quickly, and it obviously carries significant danger, such as the potential to render technology, including the blockchain, outdated in the future. And given the rate of technological change, which is very rapid, information infrastructure and professional financial advisor skills in crypto are required. And that way, investors can understand the technological risks of cryptos and make informed decisions. Another reason why we need regulation is because of fraud and hacking. Hacking is a major threat worldwide, and cybersecurity attacks, especially on crypto systems and wallets, have been common. A cyber attack can cause losses for investors who put all their savings in crypto. But through regulation, authorities can implement measures to help crypto investors protect their assets. And also, investors can address concerns or reclaim their investments in case they lose them because of such frauds. Finally, cryptocurrency is known to be used for money laundering, and any unregulated system has the ability to use these funds, launder the money, and fund criminal acts. As a result, due diligence processes are very important. The ones that we have in banks, a similar one for crypto is important, so that we can know who is using cryptocurrencies, how the cryptocurrency is being used, and in order to make sure that it's being used for legitimate purposes. So these due diligence processes can help keep track of investors' real identities and verify locations when they're buying or selling cryptos. And obviously, any infringement of such norms could be met with severe sanctions or penalties in order to dissuade people from using cryptos for malicious purposes. And because crypto is used for malicious purposes, it loses its credibility. So regulation in place to prevent that will add credibility to cryptocurrency, which is only a good thing. So all in all, I think that we shouldn't lose hope in crypto. We shouldn't lose hope in blockchain. It is the future. It is here to stay. Everyone is fearful. People think that crypto is dead because of this bear market. We also thought that in 2020. And then when the bull market came in 2021, everyone suddenly loved crypto. So the same way we loved crypto during a bull market, we have to learn to love it in a bear market. And blockchain as a technology is much bigger than crypto itself. And I have listed a number of ways that it could be implemented to improve processes and help increase efficiencies in the world. So we have to trust the process. We have to be careful. We have to push for regulation. Obviously, the regulation should be conducive and it should benefit everyone. And from here on forward, we just have to accept that this technology is here to stay and here to change the world for the good. And with that, we come to the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, hitting the subscribe button, and sharing this video with your family and friends. Invest wisely, and cheers.